What up, dogs? Steve here, and to the face. So, I actually have some MW3 gameplay. That was definitely not yesterday. This gameplay is super old, I know. It's literally from the first week of playing. I'm using the MK14, I think. And this gun, I remember when I was using it. It's friggin' awesome. You know, 2-shot kills on fairly close range, like 1 headshots and stuff, which is awesome. So anyway, this commentary is going to be dedicated to a comment from a guy that I don't even remember the name, but I'm going to try to fold it into the video right now. Yep. And he asks you, talk about your teenage life. And I know, yeah, I spent like a couple of commentaries talking about, did I miss that guy on the screen? Holy shit, that was worthless. I've been talking, you know, earlier about my teenage tapes. But I kind of, you know, it's always good to get back and talking about it again, I guess. So pretty much, if somebody would ask me, who were you when you were growing up? Or, yeah, who are you when you were, whatever. So, the person I was is definitely a very, very different person than I am today, but still with a couple of similar attributes, I guess. When I was in the low stadium of school, which is called in Sweden lågstadiet, that's from like 7 to 9 or 10, I guess. I was kind of a real energized, you know, kid. I was always talking, and what I did when I got a assignment in school, I finished it as fast as possible, and I started, you know, talking to everybody in the class, trying to get people's attention and stuff. And I've kind of always been a kind of a class clown, on good or bad. I know that I remember one time the teacher she was like studying to become a teacher. She was like there, and I remember I was maybe like 11 at a time, and she had like a real weird talk to me. When I think about it now, she like took me away into a room and she said, "Tobias, do you like being the class clown? You think people are gonna like you because you make sounds and blah 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 and stuff?" And I was like, I remember getting really sad. I squeezed out a little tear on my cheek, and I was like, I don't know. I just want people to like me, which has been true pretty much all through my my growing up. And I remember I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a couple of friends that I was always hanging out with, but I've never been, except for when I wouldn't say that I was popular. When I came to university, I just didn't really care about, you know, impressing anybody but myself, I guess. But in the beginning there, I was really, you know, I was really wanted to be, you know, one of the cool kids. But I never was, and that is the truth. But I guess I was a class clown that just wanted people to like me. And then when I got a little bit older, and I started at högstadiet, as it's called, and it's like the junior high school, I would guess. And it's from like 7, let me see, how old are you? Like 13 to 15, I think. I was also having a lot of, during that time, in the 7th grade, I was like, you know, pretty anonymous, and I loved going to this new school because there was so many people, and you can, you know, I would start making more friends with different people, and I was playing handball and football, or, you know, soccer for you American guys, and I was you know, turning out to become a pretty cool person, in my opinion. And then a year later, during the summer between 7th and 8th grade, I got Crohn's disease, which I talked about earlier. And pretty much at that time, I was like 160 centimeters long, and I stayed around that length for a real long time, from almost 3 years. I was basically the same height because of my Crohn's. I didn't get enough nutrition. I didn't get pretty much anything that you kind of need. I was sick a lot, and I got, you know, I lost weight. That was, you know, because I got some sits and stuff because of the medication I was eating, and my life during that time, I didn't even think about anything. I was just really just like a random kind of guy that just focused on surviving because I was having trouble with Crohn's. But And then, you know, it's a real weird, because when I think about it now, it's like, what was I, like, literally what was I doing for like 3 years? And I can hardly remember doing anything. It was just trying to not show people that I had Crohn's. And I just wish now that I would have just, you know, come out and said it. Like, the reason I'm really tired all the time, that I'm away from school sometimes, is because I'm sick, and people would have accepted that. Because most people, if you have a reason for your kind of, not my actions, because it wasn't, you know, it wasn't my intent to be sick, but people are actually really helpful. And now, since I started, you know, telling people and just like straight up, like, and that I have Crohn's, people are like, all right, cool, man. I have like a sister, or my cousin has it, and people are like, but you, and it's cool that you said it. And I'm like, yeah, I wish I just said it like 15 years ago, or not 15, like 10 years ago, because everything would have been so much easier. And it was kind of a real stressful thing added to just a teenage life, because everything that I was focusing on during that time was surviving and trying to be like everybody else. And it's real hard trying to be like everybody else when you can't, pretty much. And so I was, you know, I started playing a lot of video games. I hung out with a couple of guys. This is maybe like when I started on high school, which is gymnasium, and I started going to Natur. And for the first year of my, I'm like speeding through this, but I'm starting. It's kind of a, you know, it's a long story talking about when you're growing up, but still. And when I started that, I kind of became, I started, you know, becoming healthier. I got like proper medication, and I told you I had the cabbage feeding, and I started like growing and stuff, and I felt like shit. My life is finally starting to become, you know, like not awesome, but regular, I guess. And when that happened, I just felt like, shit, there was so many stuff that I have never had the time to even think about. Because before that, before I got Crohn's, I was like really into girls. And I remember me and my friend Sebastian were, you know, always like talking about girls and talking to girls when we were at like playing handballs and stuff like that. On, you know, on cups and everything. But when I got that, I wasn't focusing on anything. I was just trying to, you know, to pass school and be just like everybody else, because it was stressful, you know. And but I was still continuing trying to be this, you know, class clown to kind of get people's approval, I guess. And this is deep ass commentary. But when I actually started, you know, having the energy and starting to become more energized and stuff, I actually got a couple of my friends that, you know, I'm starting hanging out with the friends that I still have as my best friends still today. And I'm so thankful for the cabbage feeding and the medication that's literally made me feel, you know, like everybody else. And then it still took, you know, after graduating, it still took me like 3 years to even, you know, be able to be like, Crohn's is part of my life. I have it. Before that, I was like, fuck, I don't have dick. I'm just like everybody else. And so it's kind of like, if you don't know about Crohn's, you should probably just check out one of my other Crohn's commentaries, because I talk about what it is. It's not like lethal. If I wouldn't have my medication, I would probably die, because I would start, you know, my intestines would get super bloody and stuff. But I guess I was kind of just a kid that just wanted to be like everybody else, and try my very, very best to just hide that I was different, you know, with the Crohn's. And I was trying to get people's approval. And if you want me to continue, you just have like a specific age or something like that you want me to talk about, please leave a comment. And because I kind of like talking about this, because you know, it's cool, and it's cool to ventilate. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.